Welcome into the Travis Henson Show. I'm Jason Patterson here alongside Coach Travis Henson. And Coach, we have traded the cold rain of winter for the wind of spring around here.
That's it.
A different era and really a different mindset for this team after a long, long winning streak.
It has been. I tell you, the weather's heated up a little bit, even though it's been breezy, and so have our bats, and that's been a big key for us on this winning streak. It was a one where we hit the ball a lot better. We did the little things a lot better. We were a lot better base running, all those things that we knew we could do. We were able to do it and do it impressively and beat some very, very good teams along the way. And then put together a 14-game winning streak. Just recently stopped here with a loss to the Southeastern that were two tough one-run losses where we really didn't do the little things, or well, they did it better than we did. And but very proud of our guys. We've improved a lot. We've made a lot of strides, and now as we get ready to hit the second half of the season, we've got to continue to get better.
Talk a lot in baseball about the dog days of summer. In college, it's really the dog days of March. Your team in March, though, has kind of found its identity. Talk about what's made this team kind of gel and come together and discover who they are.
I tell you, the big key for us has been we've hit the ball a lot better, and we've done it up and down the order. We've had different guys. We've had a couple of ball games where we won where 3, 4, and 5 hitters didn't even reach base. Then we've had games where those 3, 4, and 5 hitters have carried us. So we've had a little bit of everything up and down the lineup. But I think the one constant has been that our pitching has always given us an opportunity. And our relievers have been strong out of the bullpen anytime that we've given the ball to them, and that's been a big key for us too. And when you put all of those things together, that's how you actually get a 14-game winning streak as opposed to winning 3 and then losing 2 and winning 4 and losing 2. We're able to do it for a string there, all of those things together, and made a big, big difference. And hopefully the 2 losses today, a 4-3 loss and a 5-4 loss, will help us to get refocused back on the little things that really we worked through when we got up to that slow start to get hot. So we've got to do that again.
We talked on our broadcast today about the rivalry that's developing between Southeastern and North Greenville. This is a team that you won a couple one-run games against in the playoffs last year. You saw them 3 times in tournament play. You see them twice here today. It's 2 more one-run games. What is it about these 2 clubs that's making it somewhat of a developing rivalry in NCAA?
I think, the fact that they have a good ball team, and we do too, and the fact that, you've got good coaching staffs, good players, and just a good friendly rivalry where it is intense on the field. But I think before the game and after the game, both teams will tell you it's a lot of fun just being around each other. And both teams know that they have to play good baseball to beat the other one. And I think that's why we saw their best. I know they'd circled these 2 games on their schedule at the beginning of the year. Were willing to drive, the 10 hours to get here to do it. And they capitalized with some clutch hits in key situations. And first loss was tough. We scored, got beat 4-3, out hit them 10-3. That was tough. But they got the key hits when they had to happen.
Your pitching staff has been effective. Talk about how important they've been in this early season run.
I tell you, we've had different pitchers have big outings for us. Mike Benjamin's been consistent for us all year. Of course, Drew Providence has been an ace of the staff. Derek Foreman had a great outing. We've been waiting for him to get healthy, and he threw well against Young Harris, which was a big sweep of them this past weekend. Great baseball team, and to sweep those guys was clutch. We've had so many just series sweeps and big wins. Ryan Woodrum, the freshman, goes and throws a shutout at Erskine. First time they've been shut out at home in 8 years. That was clutch, and so we've had different pitchers stepping up. And, of course, relievers and closers have done a good job for us throughout the streak as well.
Your team is 18-8. That includes that 14-game winning streak that you talked about just a moment ago. Help folks understand, in the middle of a 14-game winning streak, what are the challenges about keeping this team focused and on task?
Well, I think the way you get on the streets is you take the focus we take, which is next pitch. We worry about the next pitch. We worry about winning the next game, and within that game, it's pitch by pitch, and that's always been our focus. That's what you have to do in order. That's how we have to do it. And I think that's how you do get on those streets. Is you go 1 pitch at a time. You don't start looking ahead. You don't even start looking innings ahead. You focus on how can I be my best on this pitch, both offensively and defensively, and that's what we've done. And again, I think, the little things make a big difference. And in baseball, it's a sport where that really, really is key. And I think we've got to get back to it.
Even with the 2 losses today, your team holds a 12-6 home record. What is it about the friendly confines of Ashmore Field that makes this team play so well here at home?
Well, I tell you, playing at home, if you're going to be a good baseball team, a good college baseball team, you've got to hold serve at home because it's tough to win on the road. You think about just the travel of getting out of class, getting on a bus, going, and all those things, and the fact that, baseball, I've always felt like baseball was a place where home field advantage matters a lot. The field surface, the playing surface, the surroundings, all those things mean a lot. Even though the fans aren't only like on a basketball game, it means a lot. So you have to play well at home, and our guys do, and that's something we take pride in, especially when you know that a lot of people are going to be watching these games at home. Those are the ones you need to play well in and keep getting good crowds.
Halfway through the season, share with our viewers the approach of your hitters and kind of who's stepping up offensively to lead this team.
I tell you, we've had several guys, again, just throughout the order stepping up. Our power has come back, which is, the extra base hits, and we've had that. Adam Taylor's gotten hot, Derek Fulmer, those guys in the middle order, David Frazier, have really, really been key for us. And, of course, Bubba Giles, we need him to get on to set the table for us. Small ball has been a big thing for us. And just recently we haven't run the bases as well as we need to. But when we are at our best, it's everybody doing those little things. And, I can call out several guys that have been key for us. Andrew Lawrence has had many, many clutch hits. He was up at the end of the ball game just a moment ago and made the final out. But there's been times when he got key hits. Was the MVP of the NCCAA Invitational at Southern West End. He's a guy that's really stepped up for us. So we've got a lot of guys offensively that have been key.
As you look ahead to the schedule, the next thing in front of us is West Virginia State. You've got a critical home series with West Virginia State coming up this weekend. Talk a little bit about this baseball team and what it's going to take for us to be focused enough to beat them this weekend.
I tell you, very, very, very good baseball team. Cal Bailey, the coach, is one of the winningest coaches in the history of college baseball. And he's won just, I believe, about 800 games. It's just been phenomenal. Had a run where he's coached for over 40 seasons. And they're big, they're strong, and they hit the ball very, very well. Now, one advantage we'll have is we've played more games than they have. Those northern teams haven't played many games, and they're young in the schedule right now. But they've got an outstanding center fielder in Bo Darby, who's a returning All-American. Very good baseball team. So we've got a big challenge this weekend. We're going to have to play very well to get back on track.
Who do you think will be throwing for us this weekend?
Game 1, Drew Providence will throw for us. He's right-hander. And then on Saturday, Derek Fulmer will go for us in Game 1 on Saturday, and in Game 2 on Saturday, Ryan Woodley, the freshman.
Who have been so effective so far on the mound for the Crusaders this year. One thing we want to highlight as we look down through the schedule, something that's just been announced by the athletic department, on April 20th at 7 p.m., you're going to have the opportunity to play Limestone College, but you're going to do it at Floor Field, home of the Drive in downtown Greenville. How excited are you about that?
I tell you, that's an exciting opportunity. I mean, that's obviously one of the premier facilities, not just in the upstate of South Carolina, but really in the Southeast. And to be able to play on that field is going to be great. To be in that setting and that venue, we're very, very excited. I know our guys are pumped about that. And not just to play in a great setting, but to do it against Limestone. It's kind of a showcase of two of the better, Division II baseball teams in the upstate of South Carolina. They've had games where Clemson, South Carolina, Furman, those teams have been playing, but talk to them about showcasing Division II baseball. And here's two teams that are very good, and Limestone's having a phenomenal season as well this year. So it's going to be a neat setting, great opportunity. We just have to capitalize on that.
If you have not marked your calendar to be there on April 20th, plan on making your way down to Ford Field for an exciting contest between Limestone College and the North Greenville University Crusaders. Coach, before we wrap up this edition of the Travis Henson Show, let's look at the goals that you set before the season and share with our viewers where you are in relation to those goals and how you're looking at reevaluating them based on your performance halfway through the year.
Well, I tell you, we put the 5 on the sleeve just to make the playoffs. We're playing baseball in May, whether it be at the Division II level or the NCCAA. And, going into today, we're on the verge of getting into that Division II talk again. But as it is, a big thing is we've got to be our best next game and continue to improve. And that's something I've stressed on any team I've ever coached, is we've got to get better to where we're playing our best at the end. Not that we don't need to be good early, we do, but we just have to keep getting better, because a lot of the teams we play, for example, Southeastern, hopefully we see them again, and we've got to be better than they are the next time that we play it. And it's going to come down to which team improves the most and plays the game the best that day that we play. And so that's our biggest goal, is to improve every day.
No doubt this team is going to continue to improve as the 2011 campaign rages on. We thank you for your support of North Greenville University Athletics and certainly the baseball program. Make plans to be out here this weekend to see them play West Virginia State in a classic contest from Tigerville. Thanks for joining us for the Travis Henson Show. I'm Jason Patterson for North Greenville Sports Network.